Paige Greco's story begins in a place of quiet determination, long before the world knew her name. She was born on the 19th of February 1997 in Melbourne, where her life started with challenges that would later become the root of her strength. From an early age, she learned what it meant to push forward despite the odds, living with right-side hemiplegic cerebral palsy. But if anything, this condition only deepened her resolve, shaping a spirit built on resilience. As a child, she discovered movement as a form of freedom. Sports became her language, a place where limitations dissolved and only effort remained. She first entered the world of para-athletics, running with a fire that reflected the dreams she carried. However, the road of sports is full of unexpected turns, and one day her path shifted toward cycling. When she transitioned to cycling in 2018, she didn't simply pick up a new sport, she embraced a new destiny. She moved to South Australia to train, surrounding herself with a community that saw her potential and pushed her to refine it. The discipline of cycling became her new canvas, and every day she painted it with sweat, persistence, and quiet ambition. She rode with purpose, earning her place among Australia's finest para-athletes. Her rise was swift, but it was no accident. It was the result of relentless commitment, the kind that only champions truly understand. By 2019 she was already breaking world records, shattering expectations in the 3 km pursuit and the 500 meters time trial. Each race revealed not just her athletic ability, but the mindset that separated her from the rest. And then came Tokyo 2020, an unforgettable chapter in her life and in Australian Paralympic history. On the velodrome track, under the weight of global anticipation, Paige Greco delivered brilliance. She captured gold in the women's C133 3,000-meter individual pursuit, giving Australia its very first gold medal of those games. With power and precision, she set a new world record, proving that courage can redefine human limits. Her Tokyo journey did not end there. She went on to secure 2 bronze medals, one in the road race and another in the time trial. Each medal symbolized more than victory, they were milestones of her unbreakable will. They cemented her status as one of the brightest stars in para-cycling. In 2022, the nation celebrated her achievements in a special way. She was awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia, honoring not only her sporting excellence but her contributions to the spirit of the country. This recognition reflected the admiration and respect she had earned across the nation. She was no longer simply an athlete, she had become a symbol of hope and determination. But even champions face moments of hardship. A major injury in 2023 slowed her down, forcing her to rebuild her strength and recover both physically and mentally. Despite the setback, she refused to let adversity define her. She continued to train, continued to push, continued to chase the horizon. Her comeback in 2025 was a powerful reminder of who she was. At the World Championships, she claimed bronze in the women's road race C3, an achievement that spoke volumes about her resilience. It was proof that her story was far from over. The world believed she had many more victories ahead of her. And then, unexpectedly, everything changed. On Sunday, November 16, 2025, a sudden medical episode took her life at her home in Adelaide. She was only 28 years old. The news struck the global sporting community with shock, disbelief, and deep sadness. Local authorities confirmed the heartbreaking event, and her family shared the devastating loss with the public. No detailed cause was disclosed, only the quiet and painful statement that she had suffered a sudden medical episode. Questions remained, but the truth that mattered most was that the world had lost a rare and beautiful soul. A light that had shone so brightly was gone too soon. Tributes poured in from every corner of the sports world. Cycling expressed profound sorrow, honoring her legacy as both a champion and a beloved member of their family. Paralympics Australia spoke of her impact, her leadership, and the inspiration she gave to countless athletes across the nation. Everyone who had crossed paths with her remembered her not only for her achievements, but for her heart. Paige was known for her kindness, a gentle presence in a competitive world. Her teammates described her as someone who lifted others up, who shared smiles even on the toughest training days. She carried herself with humility, always grateful, always respectful, always grounded. Her positivity left an imprint that will not fade. Her story touched people far beyond the sporting arena. She showed that strength is not the absence of struggle, but the refusal to surrender to it. She demonstrated that greatness is built day by day, choice by choice, moment by moment. And she proved that barriers can be broken by anyone who believes in their own potential. Her passing is felt not only as a personal tragedy, but as a loss for the future of para sport. She had momentum, purpose, and a path that seemed destined for even greater heights. The fact that her journey ended while she was still rising makes the grief even heavier. Yet, her legacy remains powerful and undeniable. Paige Greco's life reminds us of the extraordinary things a human being can achieve when passion becomes purpose. It reminds us that perseverance can rewrite destiny. It reminds us that courage lives not in perfection, but in persistence. Her accomplishments will continue inspiring young athletes for generations. Her victories may now belong to history, but her spirit lives on in every person who dares to dream. Her example will guide those who face challenges and refuse to be defined by them. Her memory will remain a source of strength, lighting the way for future champions. Her name will always be spoken with respect. In her 28 years, Paige Greco gave the world more than medals. She gave it inspiration. She gave it hope. She gave it a story worth remembering. And though she is gone, that story continues, carried in the hearts of all who admired her, all who learned from her, and all who were touched by her courage. Paige Greco will forever be remembered as a champion on the track and a champion in life.